How's it going, everybody? Today I've got an MRE from the early 90s, well, early to mid 90s, that I got from my buddy Oldsmokey. This is, if I can get it to focus in on this, is a menu number 9, pork chow mein. I'm sure at some point I would have had this MRE. I really don't remember it too well, but it was introduced in 93 and it replaced meatballs and tomato sauce as menu number 9. And it went on until 1997 when it was swapped over to menu 7. Then in 1999, it swapped over to menu 22. And then finally in 2001, it was replaced by jambalaya, which of course I just had one of those thanks to Oldsmokey. So we're going to check this out, and of course it's the old style brown bag. These things are so bulletproof as far as the thickness on the bag. It's insane. And of course this one, I'm sorry, was a this one's a Right Away Foods, which also known as Rafco. Well, I wish I could really get the brown to show up good on this, or the lettering, but so we're going to cut it open and check out what's in here and if it's any good anymore. So, right off the bat, we have, chow, well, see, this is just so hard to read, chow mein noodles. And these are the dried noodles. They go on top. Here's our accessory pack with a 3118 date code, which would give it a 1993 code. Of course, we have the brown MRE spoon. Everything's stuck pretty well. We have our freeze-dried fruit, which is fruit mix. Yeah, it's kind of hard. It's stamped in the thing here. We have a cookie, chocolate covered. Beverage base powder, and these, they stamped it on, the flavors on it, and it is cherry. Love the cherry. We also have a very nice soft peanut butter. This one's very flexible right now. We of course have our crackers and our first generation FRHs that have the big block inside of them. And our main course, pork chow mein, which has a date code of, let's see, 3070. So the 70th day of 1993. So this one's actually a very early production of the pork chow mein. So altogether we have our cherry beverage, our crackers, our accessory packet, our Tabasco, our cookie chocolate covered, peanut butter, fruit mix, our chow mein noodles, and of course our main course. So first off, let's go ahead and get our pork chow mein into our FRH and see if it still works. Of course, this has the old style dark green bag. Let's see. Slide this element up a little bit. You can see all the little filings at the bottom of the bag. By the way, I want to thank Oldsmokey for this one, and thank all my other buddies, Sticky Fingers, Drew78, Tim with MRE Zone, Btemple, Steve 1989. Just all the guys, Iron Warning. Thank them all for, just for being around and the help that we give each other for the questions. And whoa. All right. We've got our water in there. Let's slide the cardboard down, and I think this was a great way of doing it. Obviously, these wafers weren't the best, but they did work at the time. We'll get this soaked and just see if it starts to heat. If not, we have plenty of other ways of getting it to heat up. All right, I'm just going to put this in the box and hope that it finally kicks off. It might be a slow starter. I probably should have used salt water for this one. Okay, so we'll set that off to the side. And while that's heating up, or hopefully heating up, we're going to check out the accessory packet. So we have our sugar, wet nap, taster's choice. That's actually still granular. We have a cream substitute, salt, old butt ration, peppermint gum, and matches with the red tip. So we've got all that. I'm going to go ahead and get some water heated for our coffee and for our cherry drink. Alright, so we're going to use our Love Gun and Rock and Roll Over today for our drinks. So let's start first with our cherry drink. One you don't see anymore. And one that was a good one. This one's pretty granulated, but it's not as bad as, say, the Russian drinks always are with the large sugar granules. Or you can just see the red dye in this one and the non-natural of it. I'm going to give that a quick taste. Boy, that is good. Love the cherry drink. So we'll just set that right here. Let's go ahead and do the coffee. Oh, never mind. That's 100% dry mold. Boy, just look at that. Yeah, that's too bad. Of course, taster's choice never does hold up. Well, that's out. But at least we have our cherry drink. Okay, let's check out our crackers. Let's listen for a 15-year-old hiss. Well, that was anticlimactic, wasn't it? There's our crackers, and these have the no salt on them, which is sad. Next up, let's check out our fruits. Nice pretty little block with our peaches, pears, and of course you can see the cherries in here as well. I'm going to add a little bit of water to make this into a fruit cocktail. I would eat it dry, but you know, there's no fun in that. Where you can see that thing just absorbing that water quick. Okay, next we're going to check out our cookie bar. Chocolate covered cookie. Ooh. Nice and pretty, still glossy. Oh, look at that. Check out our peanut butter, give that a good knead. And by the way, that flameless ration heater just did not work. So I ended up having to boil the pouch. All right. Put the peanut butter on one of the crackers. I would make the peanut buddy, but I messed up. So, okay, so we've got everything out so far other than our main course, which is still heating. Give this fruit a little stir. You can see the pears, the peaches, little bits of cherry. In a minute, that'll be totally rehydrated. So all we have to do now is wait. All right, we've got our main course heated up. And let's give it a look and see how it held up. It looks pretty good. Give it a smell. Smells actually really good, but we all know the one thing I've got to get rid of is these evil, vile mushrooms. There's no reason for those to exist other than to let us know that that's where a cow patty is at. So let's just get them right out of the mix. Wow. Okay, sorry, I was beating the heck out of the camera trying to get it paused. Now, that is a humongous pile of mushrooms right there. But our next thing up is our chow mein noodles. Let's take a look at them. There we go. Of course, they have a desiccant pack in there. Let's just taste a couple of them before I dump them into the meal. Awesome. All right. Nice and crunchy, by the way. So here we have our pork chow mein with chow mein noodles. You can see the chunks of pork. We've got water chestnuts. There's celery in here. We just got just a simple dish. And it was obviously well liked enough to stay in the menu lineup for as many years as it did. Oops, we got one into our fruit. We want that back. Okay, so first let's just give the, well, I guess I'm just gonna give it all a taste. I mixed it all up. So, get some water chestnut in there. Okay, so we have pork, water chestnut, sauce. That is actually really, really good. I can taste the ginger in the sauce. Not so much soy, maybe just a little bit. The pork is tender. The water chestnut gives a little bit of crunch. Of course, the chow mein noodles do. The mushrooms offer no help at all. This is actually really good. And considering it's 15 years old, I'm sorry, 25 years old. Is that right? Yeah, 25 years old. This is absolutely delicious. And one more mushroom tried to sneak in on me. Look at that. All right, so this is held up beautifully. I can see why it lasted as long as it did. I am definitely going to finish that. All right, next up, let's check out our crackers. We'll try them by themselves first. Yeah, they taste perfectly fine, just like a normal modern cracker would. I would actually say they still taste a little bit better than the modern ones. But again, they don't have any salt, which is awful. Peanut butter, always a good choice. We've got our fruit rehydrated. Let's give that a taste. We've got some pears in there and some peaches. Man, that is delicious. It would be really nice if they brought back the freeze-dried fruits. Let's get a sip of our cherry drink. All right, last for our dessert, we're going to try our chocolate-covered cookie. Absolutely spot on. I'm going to try something a little bit with it. Let's go ahead and add some peanut butter to it and give it a peanut butter cup-like. Cannot go wrong with that. Unfortunately, the coffee didn't hold up. And I would dump the Tabasco onto this, but I just don't see that it would need it or that it would make it better. Lastly, I'm going to check out the wet nap. I never checked these out. I ended up having a pile of them. So let's just see if it's still any good. It's actually still damp. It's not overly wet, but it is still quite damp. No real smell other than alcohol, but it still works. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I sure did. It's a 1993 pork chow mein, menu number 9. I want to again thank Oldsmokey for sending this to me. I've got a few that I need to send to him. But yeah, check out other reviewers. You know, give them some comments, give them some feedback. Let them know what you think, what you'd like to see. John Magnum up in Kentucky, another fun reviewer to listen to or to watch. Oldsmokey, Sticky Fingers, Steve 1989, Btemple, Iron Warning, the list goes on. If you're a subscriber of mine and you're a reviewer, kind of let me know that you are so I can check out your channel as well. Because I've picked up quite a few subscribers recently, and some of them are reviewers, and I didn't know it until I checked them out. So, hope you enjoyed this, and like I said, if you like it and you're not subscribed, you should be. If you are, comment and unsubscribe so you can subscribe again. That's what I'm saying. So, hope you all enjoyed it and have a good day.